Good morning, sunshine. So today we're going to Tuxtla and we're gonna spend 4 days there. But yesterday Anne hit 1,000 subscribers. So much emotion happening in this festival because we have been on this journey together for a year, and it's been amazing to have such an solid support system as we create our videos, because if you're an artist, you totally understand the life of an artist or entrepreneur, period. It's ups and downs. At some points you're so excited that you know what you're doing and you have this amazing vision and you are inspired to create. And then there's others that you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? You know, it's a roller coaster. So having been on this journey with her for a year has been freaking amazing. So I'm so excited. If you're watching this, Anne, which I know you are, congratulations. And I gotta get something. We have to do something. We have to celebrate. So since we're going to Tuxtla, my plan is to leave a little early, pick something up to celebrate. Oh yeah, and we moved. Still setting up. You'll have to stay posted for the video of my new house. Brought all my plans from the last house. So much to figure out, but we have time. First, we go on vacay. Left the girls at the station, and I'm gonna see if I can find something to celebrate with Anne.
My game plan was to get something that they could possibly munch on the ride to Tuxtla. It's like an hour and a half ride or so. I just also wanted it to be something special that, you know, felt celebratory for the fact that she reached 1,000, because it's a huge milestone. Huge, humongous. I need something comparable.
3 ceros y un 1. Okay, now I need something to put it in, but I don't know what. So I changed the bag because I cannot find a box. Gracias. We got something. My bag that I usually carry everywhere, it's full of stuff right now. So unfortunately I have to carry this in my hand. That doesn't really work for a surprise. So I'm gonna have to figure something out.
I dropped the things a gazillion times as I walked, so I decided to just pull over and wherever I saw a ledge so I can put this together.
There she is. For you guys! Congratulations!
Thank you.
So how does it feel like to have reached 1,000?
It feels amazing, of course, especially getting help from others to get there.
How are you
So
not
that-
surprised to her?
Yeah, so the perfect way to get to 1,000.
Thank you.
I think we're taking a small one this time.
Phone! No more losing phones!
I just love traveling with this crew. So we're going to Tuxtla, taking the ADO bus, and then once we get to Tuxtla, we're gonna take a cab to the hotel. Our purpose for going to Tuxtla was to explore the city, because we've never just gone to explore Tuxtla. We always go with the purpose of buying something we need that is not available in San Cristobal. So we got a hotel for 3 nights and 4 days so we can explore Tuxtla and some things around it, like waterfalls and hot springs that we're dying to visit. That'll be another video. We made sure the hotel had a pool because Tuxtla is like 100 degrees all the time, so freaking hot. So we needed to stay cool, and we also wanted the room to have AC, but that can be hit or miss with listings.
AC and TV. And something that I have never seen in a hotel in Mexico, a refrigerator. I love leftovers and I never get to keep them. See the bathroom. These, you have to put in your card to be able to use the electricity for the room. Just arrived to the hotel and the hotel has a different name than it does in the booking, than it does in the front sign. Yeah. This, I guess it happens a lot here. Hotel. And then I go to this hotel thinking it's not the Palace Inn Hotel, but it is the Palace Inn Hotel. I don't know. So why? Why do they name it something else?
It's because one of the names had a bad reputation.
You think?
I think.
Now it's time to eat and we were planning going somewhere we found on Google. But
Looking for a restaurant that was on Google Maps that we could not find. So we ended up here.
this restaurant was chosen solely on the fact that it was super close to the hotel, right around the corner, and there were cats. The kids, as soon as they saw the cats, they started petting the cats, and therefore,
Because of them.
we ended up here. Now, I only had fries to choose from, but they were yummy fries. So it satisfied the urge. And then we crossed the street, went to a boba place. Not very authentic, but totally hit the spot.
Now everybody pop it at the same time.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop it in opposite.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, go! They had soy milk. I got my own.
The kids did it, you can do it.
Oh my god, it's so sweet. Apparently the water's cold. So Anne and I didn't really do a lot of planning. That's why we ended up here. Because everything that we wanted to visit today closed at 4. And we were eating at 3:30. So that quite didn't work out. So now we're at the pool researching for tomorrow so we can be better prepared. Good morning, sunshine. We just got dropped off for $150 to come and see this on top of the hill.
So we heard about this spot from a taxi driver the day before, and he told us that it was the biggest cross in the world. I googled it and he was right, and we thought we'd take a look at it. It was built in, or started to be built in 1997, and it took like 2 years to build. Now, a lot of the things that are popular or new or touristy in Tuxtla were made for a visit that the Pope made a few years ago. 2016, I believe.
Don't you guys appreciate the view? Teens. That's where we gotta go. Let's go up there. They're playing Shakira inside the church.
The view was truly amazing. I was blown away by that part. We did not get to go inside the cross because they were holding some sort of service. This was on a Sunday. And they also had a restaurant on the side that we did not get to visit because it wasn't open yet. But I had heard that they had amazing food in the area under the cross. So we headed to see the rest of the town to see if we could find it. They had called it soke food. And the town was a little bit closed, kind of common on a Sunday. So we had difficulty trying to find some food, but we just walked around until we saw a place that we thought was cute that we could eat at. Now, this happens very often. We do very little planning because you never really know what you're gonna find. The truth is that most of these things are not listed on Google or anything like that. So it's usually word of mouth. We actually get most of the places that we visit from taxi drivers. They seem to be the most knowledgeable on the area. And we end up discovering some amazing things. I honestly have never seen a YouTube video on Tuxtla itself. Everything that people seem to show are the things around it, and yes, they're the most exciting and unique. So I understand why they would focus on those, but I wanted to know what Tuxtla itself was about, what the city was about. And that's what we focus on exploring today on. I think we discovered that most of the city is very modern, very new. Like most of the monuments and things to see have only recently been built. When we finally found a restaurant, we were pleasantly surprised. I mean, look how cute this place is, obviously. But also, the way they cooked their food, they had an external grill. And the type of food that the menu had was mostly things that we had not experienced. I still got to have my pozole. I love my cacao pozole. But most of the foods that we ordered, except a couple of the kids that are very picky with their food, were different. Things we didn't really know what we were getting when we ordered. And had some sort of stew thing. My shrimp and egg tacos had the shells still on them, which I found very curious because so far a lot of the times we've ordered something with shrimp, it has had shells on it. Actually, last time we were in Tuxtla, Anne and I had the same experience. I don't remember what it was that we ordered, but it was some sort of traditional dish that was seasonal. It was close to Christmas and it had shrimp shells in it. The food was very good and we highly enjoyed it. When we got ready to go, we realized that there was no Uber in the area, even though there is Uber in Tuxtla, but we were at the outskirts to go to the cross. So they told us how to get to a specific street where taxis tend to go by, but we saw Colectivo and decided to just hop in on that. We don't take Colectivos very often, and this is basically because we don't usually know where they're going. So it makes it a little bit harder for us to get places and more time consuming. So we'll usually stick to taxis. We ended up dropping off the kids at the hotel before our next stop. We wanted to go to the Botanical Gardens yesterday, but we didn't know it closed at 4. Actually, most of the places we wanted to go to closed at 4. So we ended up going today, but the heat is way too much and the kids had enough, so we left them at the hotel while we explored a little bit more. This museum was free, and I don't discriminate with museums. If I can do them all, I usually will, because you never know what you're gonna find out. There's so much to discover, and I feel like people put so much passion into museums that usually the information is curated in a unique way. I would say it's almost like an art form of how to express these unique things about their area. This one had a lot of interactive things for kids. It was kind of cool, like, you know, you can open things or turn levers and find out new information about the fauna in the area. Then we went across to the actual botanical gardens. It was only 10 pesos to get in here. We were in the dead of the dry season. I'm gonna say that that's why the whole garden was very, very dry. But I really don't know what it would look like during rainy season. I'm gonna say it might be a little bit more green. There were a lot of plants that were labeled, but it was hard to tell which plant went with which sign. And they did have that overhead staircase and a couple of items to, like sculptures to look at. But for the most part, it was a very simple kind of walk through the woods kind of scenario. It kind of looked like somebody's messy backyard. Once we were done with that, we kept walking on the end door. So this particular area has a kids playground, a theater, and a couple of other things. But we were done with our day.
Fermented? To me, it tastes like spoiled pineapple. It has a slight. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something else besides pineapple in there. Fermented pineapple. It had a funky taste. I wasn't sure, but it's supposed to taste like that. ¿De dónde haces bichos? There's always something new to try in Mexico. This tepache.